Check that out. That is one hell of a hit. Come here. Oh. So this is a VFC from over in Ireland. One dual limit there. So I'll have to make it to a one dual limit, which I'm perfectly fine with. Everything is one dual. He kind of wanted a DMR, and it's like, yeah, that's pointless. So here we go. Someone else has already been inside it, and now I'm going to see what I find. Amazingly cut down. I think you'll agree that is some superb fucking quality. Right, so I've seen much worse. All those little flecks are just dirt and things. Obviously all that shit's coming out anyway, we don't need to cover it. Stuck on this gear, which is a 14:1 Spectre gear, but it's basically a ZCI. As you can see, are the shims that should have been underneath here, right? Which means this gear is fucked. So I can try and polish them up, we'll see what happens. That one's okay. That's fucked. Scuffed, nasty fucked. Inside of there is fucked. The piston, all the teeth are fucked. Spring, it's been cut, and they've not done a bad job of it, but it is quite small, which means it will bounce quite a lot. So, not the optimal way to drop power. If you want to drop power, take teeth off of the sector gear, depending on your barrel length. And with this gun, yeah. You've got the G&G green rubber. Where the fuck did that go? Hang on, there it is. The G&G green rubber has been cut down by a small child, and why you take out the maple leaf stuff to put that in there is beyond me. As soon as I got the muck off of it, look at that. Look at that fucking crack. Didn't see that because I was looking at all these damaged teeth. What we got here? Loads of spilled super glue. And I can feel the bushings are not in straight. And it's so much super glue that the internal parts don't turn anymore because they're fucking loaded. And that is bits of J-cloth.
And now for something completely different.
I'm going to do this. Now, it's all well and good having something like this at your disposal. Okay, so this is a gearbox casing that came out of my box. These are shitty G&G fake brass bushings. I could have used some good ones, but I didn't. This is a fucked Promi piston. You can see how bad that is. Like, oh yes, Aries piston head. I think so. I mean, I could have used some good ones, but I didn't. That is a Spetsner Arms cylinder head and nozzle from one of their early ones. Now I know what you're thinking. I could have used a good one, but I didn't. Selector plate. I'll probably change that out for a really shit one. Hang on. There we go. Went with one that was used already. We'll use that instead. Trigger. Fuck knows what that is. That's in one piece. Couldn't tell you what it is. That's what I'm going to use in my build. Oh, cylinder. That's a classic army. Tappet plate. Look at the state of that. Whoa, a flash on it. We'll use that. Cool. Let's build a fucking airsoft gun. I got bored of doing that, to be perfectly honest. Can you see what I was getting at with the mentality of the airsoft tech? Just fucking throw the stuff in, don't matter what it is. You know, it'll be fine, right? Wasn't that fucking irritating to watch? Like, I'm sure it's funny to start with, but after a while it's like, that's really fucking irritating to watch, isn't it? Just somebody who doesn't give a shit about his work. Well, guess what? Too many of you fucking cunts exist. Kestrel V2. As far as I was aware, Kestrel was a really, really strong beer that actually doesn't taste too bad considering. Used to be £1.49 a can, now it's £2.49. Thanks. Not buying that anymore. Well, yeah, sorry, I got fucking lost. Kestrel unit. I got sent one. It's free shit, so I'll happily have a little play with that, see what I think. So I may as well build myself a gun out of scrap. Random gearbox. Random bushings, random bits. I've got some more random bits fucking here. So let's see what I can build. They're not winning me over at the moment. I've just spent the entire time, it says to make sure you do all the fucking shit and nonsense and you find out, no, you set the gun up, you gearbox and blah, and then you find out that your gearbox casing literally doesn't close around the unit. The unit is too big for the gearbox casing. So that's not a good start as far as I'm concerned. Right, so far it doesn't fit a G&P casing, it doesn't fit a Classic Army casing. This is an E&C casing. Alright? Now, in both the Classic Army and the G&P, I had to do the following and remove material from here. It does mention it inside the instructions. So with that bottom board in, I'm not putting a lot of force on it. As you can see, it moves. There's a third sensor that's being covered there. I'm not putting a lot of force on it. I don't want to scratch the sensor. This will be the third gearbox casing I've got to modify here to make it fit. Not blowing my skirt up, gotta say. There we go. I've now removed more material from the third gearbox casing to see if it fits. So now all three sensors are exposed. No contacts are being touched. Let's see if the top board fits in and then closes. Right, so here is the E&C casing. As you can see, there's a gap. It doesn't fit the E&C casing either. Now let's think about it. E&C gearbox cases, they're used in Spetsnaz arms. Not all of them, but a lot of them. They're used in Arthurian series. A lot of people are using these gearbox cases, and you can't close the casing because of the MOSFET. I could literally have fitted 5 pounds by now, and they'd have gone straight in. No modifications to casing. But I'm going to persevere and see what it does and see if I can make this actually fit. Right, with a little bit of persuasion, removing a little bit of material on the inside, I've got this closed. Annoying, but okay. So, sensors, 1, 2, nearly 3. Not quite. Not impressed. So, calibration done. Obviously it can't see full auto because, as I showed you, it doesn't accept standard selector plates either. So I'll have to do some modification more on the gearbox, but you can't have full auto. If I go to test mode and I set the calibration up, everything's fine. It knows the trigger's there, everything's good, but then the gun doesn't work. It just does fuck all. There's a button in here, but again, it just does nothing. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a load of shit, but well, let's endeavour. Head tiny modification made, so now it covers all the way over. Look at that, right? Easy peasy. Everything on the sensor check on the app says that it works. Let's see if it does. Okay, I've just plugged in 11.1 and it likes the 11.1. It doesn't like 7.4 lipos. It doesn't like any kind of Lion, but apparently an 11.1 Nuprol lipo it likes. Now, I've yet to shim this properly, but you can see that it's still now this is just basic gears, basic motors, nothing clever going on. And that's going to be down to the selector plate still being funny. The plate simply can't go back far enough because of everything else that's going on in the gearbox. It's the unit's just the wrong size. So what I'm staring at now is a unit that seems to now kind of work. This thing at the bottom, I've got fuck all idea what that does. Absolutely no idea. I'm going to guess that's for a different gun, I guess. Press. It doesn't do anything. I've got no fucking idea what that button does. As far as I can tell, nothing. Right, so this is a new one for me. I feel like I've been rickrolled, honestly. I feel like there's cameras watching me right now. I'm going to finish building this thing for myself another time, because like 3-4 hours trying to fit this MOSFET, and you start realising, well, if you look at the instructions, you see there, make sure it's nice and smooth. That's fine. I have to do that with SEMA cases. If you look just here, that's where you've got to remove material. And it does mention it. It does say, you know, make sure the screw doesn't stick out the back. They're very good instructions. Make sure you can see the sensor. And my God, inside this E&C, you can only just see the sensor. You've got about maybe half of it exposed. There's nowhere else to put the fucking MOSFET, you know? Now, it looks like they've got a VFC style plate there. What it looks like. And this, I've got absolutely no idea what that does. I've got no clue. I guess that is for the Bluetooth. I don't know. But it's a button. You can click it and it does stuff. And I've got no fucking idea what that does. Absolutely not a clue. But it works. You know, I've now re-shimmed it so it's, you know, shimmed properly. Obviously, these are just some cheap E&C gears. So it does do safe. Semi. You're fucking me. You've got to be fucking me. Okay, right. Okay. I've basically knocked it and it seems to work. Oh, motherfucker. Fuck me. So it works. Sounds alright. Sounds fine. But I've had a little look at how much one of these costs. These cost 100 quid. Just seen it glaring at me. Make sure you can see the sensors, that's great. But by the time you can see the fucking sensors, the selector plate is well out the way. I don't think anyone tested this. I've got to say, I just can't believe anyone tested it. So it's going to go in this gun, and this is the gun it will live in. If I can be bothered. If I can be bothered. Really. If, maybe, I can be bothered. Right, so I woke up this morning and thought, no, I better do it. May as well finish it. I haven't put a stop on yet because I can't be asked yet. But there we go. I've done a thingy. Safe. Semi. Oh. Set 3-shot burst. I don't know if it decocks or anything like that. No, nothing like that. So the unit works. Now it only works on an 11.1. It still doesn't work on any 7.4s, and it doesn't work on any Li-Fi batteries or Li-on batteries. So I've done my bit. I've done my bit to test this unit, and basically, if you want something that costs you more than a Gate Titan, that does less than a Gate Titan and fits less guns than a Gate Titan, then the Kestrel V2 is definitely something for you. If you're looking for something that only just fits an E&C gearbox after it's been modified, and you have to find different selector plates and very particular gears, then this unit is definitely for you. If you like to be kicked in the face with your own feet, this is the unit for you.